Welcome to this edition of the Soy Checkoff Check-in. I'm AgriTalk host Chip Flory. Joining us today, Jack Cornell, United Soybean Board Director of Sustainable Supply. Jack, tell me about what you do day to day as the Director of the Sustainable Supply at USB.
Yeah, so I work on a lot of our sustainability projects and partnerships. We are working on building coalitions across not only industry, but also with cross commodities to NGOs. And that way we can really produce the best kind of sustainability projects for the farmer community to really help support farmers with their everyday stewardship of the land and their continued profitability.
Okay. All right, let's work on connecting some of those dots. So how does the sustainability message mesh with farmer stewardship and the Checkoff's partnership with farmers? Connect all those dots for us.
Yeah, so when we think about sustainability and building projects, we think about innovation and technology. So thinking about how can we find and develop new technologies for farmers. So as farmers invest in the Checkoff, how is the Checkoff serving those farmers and developing products? So thinking about, is it drought guard type technology that's utilized on the farm? Is it, cyst nematode, building that as resistant germplasm? But it also could be, geospatial, right? So thinking about how do we utilize the newest technology, drone technology, and all of that is sustainability, right? And to deliver these really important tools on farm and put it in a position that is affordable and accessible to farmers is very important.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just being aware of the things that farmers are doing on the farm that helps them promote the sustainability of the product. It's just a question of being aware that what you are doing is sustainable for the product, correct?
Yeah, I mean, I always, being the sustainability guy, sometimes, you get these guys that come up, well, I haven't changed anything in 40 years. I was like, well, I'm guaranteeing you've done something in the last 40 years because else you wouldn't be in business, right? Sustainability doesn't have to be cover crops. It doesn't have to be no-till. It could be, I bought a yield monitor, right?
Yeah.
And now you can access and understand where the high yield zones, where the low yield zones are. Maybe that changes how you're going to soil sample. Maybe you change where your inputs go maybe you adjust your nitrogen ratios, right? That's all sustainability.
Right. Jack, there are people that are listening to this right now, soybean farmers that are thinking to themselves, gosh, I didn't realize I had taken the sustainability course years ago. Real quick, Jack, talk to me about the partnership with Farmers for Soil Health. What makes this initiative unique?
Right. So Farmers for Soil Health is a perfect example of where the Checkoff is propping up a space for farmers to actually increase their profitability through their sustainability practices that they're doing on farm. So Farmers for Soil Health was awarded $95 million for helping farmers with cover crop adoption, but also with all kinds of different sustainability practices. So for one, is that $95 million, $70 million going to cost share for cover crops. And then there's another $20 million of that is going towards technical assistance, right? So it's one thing to be paying farmers to do it. It's another thing to make sure that there's help to help farmers access that money. Yeah. But then also that technical help can also help with, thinking about reduced tillage or buffer areas or some of those sustainability things. And then the other really exciting piece is that we're also spending about the other $5 million on helping develop a marketplace. So putting in something that is brand new, where it's essentially farmers can actually trade their commodities raised on their farm that are done under certain practices and connecting directly with Company X, right? And so Company X wants these commodities that are raised under certain practices because they want those ecological benefits, right? Whatever that is, right?
Yeah, it's fantastic. Learn more about it. Get signed up. Enroll. FarmersForSoilHealth.com. Jack, thank you. That is Jack Cornell from the United Soybean Board on this edition of the Soy Checkoff Check-in. Learn more about the Soybean Checkoff at UnitedSoybean.com. soycheckoff.org.